All right, good Monday. We are going to continue our lesson 1 we're going to be working on the retrieval, which is 6 questions dealing with a Venn diagram, something we haven't seen before. We've seen the tree, but we haven't seen the Venn diagram, so learning a little bit about that. We're going to apply that in the ready, just kind of test ourselves a little bit, and then we're going to let you all take care of the set, which is only 6 questions. And you'll have to show your work on that and do the best you can with that, which after we do these two, going back to the tree, you shouldn't have any problems. All right, the only thing you might have to look at, which I should do actually, if I look at it, you should see the numbers aren't too bad. They're small, but they're not bad. All right, so let's start with the retrieval. It says for problems 1 through 4, use the Venn diagram, which represents data collected about whether a group of people prefer wearing shoes or sandals and whether they prefer running or biking. All right, so it's important because shoes or sandals, running or biking, those are the things we're comparing. And if you notice, we have 12 and 26, which is in shoes, but only 12 of those people prefer shoes. 26 are wearing shoes, but they prefer running. 7 prefer running, but they're wearing shoes. And then we have 5 over here, which what does that mean? Well, if it's over here and it's by itself, that's where the other comes in. Okay. Apparently, they prefer sandals, and they prefer biking, possibly, because all I see is shoes and running. So let's answer the questions that you have here. What does the overlapping section with the 26 represent? Take a second and see if you can figure that out. Okay. The overlapping is those that prefer shoes or like running. Okay, that's what the overlapping section means. Where on the Venn diagram do you find the number of people that prefer wearing sandals? Doesn't talk about it anywhere here on the Venn diagram. We have to think about it. Where do we find the number? Okay, again, the prefer wearing sandals. Any place not in the circles. That's where I would prefer the people who prefer wearing sandals, right? Makes sense, okay? Because the circles are only talking about those that prefer shoes and running. How many people prefer running? Okay, how many prefer running? Well, if you're in the circle of running, you prefer running, right? 7 is not the entire amount of people that prefer running, right? What about the 26? Yeah, they might like shoes, but it just says running. So 26 plus 7. Make sure you show the addition because you're going to get 33. And if you come back and look at this, you're going to go, gee, where did I get 33 from? 26 plus 7. How many total people are represented in the Venn diagram? How many total people are represented? It doesn't matter, shoes, running, biking, nothing. It doesn't matter. Just how many people. What is our total sample population? Start on one side and work your way to the other. 12 plus 26 plus 7 plus 5. Don't forget the 5 out here. And if we add all those together, we get a total of 50. Pretty easy, right? What is the probability of rolling the number 1 when rolling a standard 6-sided die? Well, that's kind of out in left field. But there's a 1, only one 1 on a 6-sided die. And what is the probability of drawing an even number from a set of cards numbered 1 through 15? Well, again, out of left field, but 15 is the total number of cards because it says cards numbered 1 through 15. And how many even numbers would we have? Figure it out. How many even numbers would we have 1 through 15? Yes, 7. All right, so there's that. That's just kind of gives you some backup. We should do pretty well with that. Being as we did the go already. All right, so here's the ready. use the Venn diagram about choir and band enrollments. Question number 1, how many students were surveyed? How do we find out how many students were surveyed? Well, again, start with the left and work your way to the right. 350, show your work, plus 50, plus 225, plus 375, and that gives you a total of what? Count them up. Count them up. Okay? Do some math. What were the students asked? What were the students asked? They were asked if in band or choir. Or you could put choir or band, either one. All right, that's what they were asked. Question 3, how many students are in both band and choir? Where is that? Band and choir. You should guess 50. What is the probability that a randomly selected student would be in band? Remember, probabilities are probability is a ratio essentially, but we need to know what is the probability that a randomly selected student would be in band. We have to know what our total population is. You should have gotten 1,000 over here, so this is going to be 1,000. Okay, and what is the probability that they are in band? How many people are just in band? Okay, it doesn't say band, choir, this, that, whatever, all right, but in band. Well, if they're in this overlap, technically they're in band, right? Okay, so that is going to give you 225 plus 50, which equals 275, which is 27.5%. Okay, for 6 through 9. All right. Oops, and that was question 5. Sorry, I skipped 4. Silly me. 275 over 1,000. Okay, actually we could just flip-flop these here. Let's do this. This will be easier. Okay, 5, 4. There you go. We'll go back to 4. How many students are not in either choir or band? Which number represents the ones that are not in choir or band? Well, if these are in choir, these are in band, these are in band and choir, not in either. 375. Pretty easy, right? Oh, now they're giving us a 3-circle Venn diagram. Ooh, oh no. How can I figure this one out? This shouldn't be too bad. All right? 6, what does the 95 in the center tell you? What does the 95 in the center tell me? Well, the 95 is in the art circle, the music circle, and the foreign language circle. So what that tells me is these students have all 3 classes. Makes sense, right? They're in all 3 circles. 7, what does the 145 tell you? What does the 145 tell me? Well, the 145 is only in 2 circles. Okay? So the 145 tells me how many students are what? Are in art and music. That's what it tells me. Question 8. How many total students are represented in the diagram? How do we do that? Okay? We add all the numbers. 450 plus 125 plus 230 plus 95 plus 145 plus, I got 95, plus 80 plus 200, and that's going to give you your grand total. Y'all can do that. Okay? Which elective class has the least number of students enrolled? Which elective class has the least number of students enrolled? Well, gee, we have music, we have foreign language, and we have art. How many students are enrolled in music? Because it just says, just in Which elective class has the least number of students enrolled? Well, it doesn't say which is in both, it just says which class. So how many are in music? Just in music. How many are just in foreign language? How many are just in art? Okay? Because it's just saying just in those classes. It's not saying combined. How many are in foreign language and art? No, it didn't say that. It just said just music, just this. So now you can tell. Okay? It's artsy class. All right? And then 10 through 15. All right? It's a tree diagram. You're going to be working on that on your own. Ask questions as you need to. All right? Enjoy your Monday. Assignment will be posted.